Triple M NRL Journos show. Adam Peacock alongside Danny Weidler from 9 News.
We'll talk about the big deal that the Doggies did to secure their future.
And Michael Chammas from the Sydney Morning Herald.
Yeah, the not so big deal the Tigers did to get Taylan May. What happened, what didn't happen. And also how people are just amazed at why my algorithms are showing clickbait material of Danica Mason.
I'm not amazed. Here we go. Journos, welcome. And for listeners, if you're looking for cutting-edge advice ahead of the finals about how the games are going to play out, you have come to exactly the wrong place. If it's like you've gone looking for Santa Claus and you've ended up at the South Pole.
You're talking us down.
We don't talk about the footy.
Greg Pritchard, a very well-respected journo, who Laurie was in the game for a very long time. He's on Twitter saying this is the best podcast of its type. So shout out to Laurie.
Oh, Laurie. He's my mentor when I started. I sat next to him in journalism.
I sat next to him as well. He's
Did you?
Great man. Great man.
It's great, man. We're getting notoriety everywhere, including on 100% footy.
I've got someone that wants to put Danny Wilder under the pump to scuttlebutt the change. Michael, what did you want to ask Danny?
Oh.
How far did you walk your cat this morning?
The old cat joke. I love it. So you can blame Michael Chammas for this. So do you want me to defend you? Denny has a dog, not a cat, but for some reason someone said they spotted you walking your cat in Bondi.
A podcast I do. Yeah, there was someone wrote in saying that they see me walking my cat at 4 a.m. on Bondi Beach in Crocs and long socks. And this is now made it onto this show. Wow. And just for the record, I don't own a cat.
Well, now you know how it feels when they get it wrong.
Oh, yeah, exactly. That's a good point.
Geez, live audience. This is real cut-through. This is real cut-through.
Honestly, my life is complete. If a tree falls on me today and it's all over.
Outside Toddy's.
Well, I just thought there's a tree theme in journalism at the moment going on with you falling over with your cat.
I'm still in pain, by the way.
Yeah.
Thanks for asking.
If a tree gets me, I'm content with life.
What about...
That is my legacy in journalism.
It's actually getting worse. Like, everywhere I go now, it's, where's your cat? Where's your cat? Like, people are screaming, winding down the windows of their cars, screaming at me, where's your cat?
Garbologists, 4 a.m. in the morning.
They usually ask me about how the eel's going to go or something like that, but now it's, where's your cat?
I was there the other day when someone yelled out to him, Danny, you pussy cat.
It's out of control. Officially out of control.
It could have been worse. It could have been worse.
It could have been
and
worse.
it could still get worse.
Can't stop the tide, Danny.
No, it's not good. It's but you know, I'll wear it. It's okay.
Now, last week, old mate over here just decided to bring Danica Mason into the conversation for some unknown reason.
Yeah, it was a real drive-by on her personal life, I thought.
It wasn't drive-by. You were talking about some sort of things that pop up on socials, and I said, well, at the moment, the algorithms are giving me Danica Mason, Liam Knight updates.
Well, as I said, that says...
Oh, hang on, I've got Danica on the line.
Oh, what are you doing? Hey, I'm the guy who rings people on this podcast.
Danica Mason, welcome to the Journos show. Thank you for calling in. How are you?
A long-time listener, first-time caller.
What about your colleague? Look, we know Michael Chammas doesn't mind bluing with his colleagues, right? But then to suddenly hammer you for no good reason, bring up your personal life, you know.
Hammer her? It's not my fault she's clickbait.
Chummy.
What's wrong?
I thought we were friends.
Yeah, well, the moment you went with Isaac Moses, that ended.
Oh. Hear what he just said?
What?
He's blaming your connection with Isaac Moses for his vitriol towards you.
Well, no, my question is, so last week on the podcast you were talking about how your feed is being flooded with stories about me. Mm-hmm. What is your algorithm?
It's rugby league news. That's what it is. Rugby league news.
It's not rugby league news. I want to know what your search history is.
Hey. Listen, don't go down that path.
No. Danica, actually, that's illegal for a woman to ask another man because the answers are going to be horrible.
That's like asking how much do you weigh. You can't ask that to a woman. You can't ask that to a man. But listen, you know what? The thing about Danica is...
If we were to ask you right now to bring up your Google search history, would you do it, Shammy?
I reckon it'd be a lot of turkey.
Let's do it. Oh, yes. Let's do it. I'm going to bring it up. Where is it?
How much are flights to Turkey?
Yeah.
How soon can I return to Turkey?
Ferry Meadow Restaurants. That's the last thing on Sunday.
I've got a footy question for Danica. Are you looking forward to the finals despite the fact that you have to get up at 2:30 in the morning to do the Today Show as well?
Yeah, I mean, you know what? The one good thing is that finals footy, especially first week of finals, well, actually the whole final series, is that we shift the games to the weekend. So I don't have to do the tight turnaround from a Thursday night into a Friday morning. So final series I'm all for it. It's the best time.
You know what? The other thing about Danica is, like, she pretends that, she's offended. We've seen these articles. Oh, don't take photos of me. The end of the other day, I was in Brisbane. We were there. We had lunch, Danica, myself, and our colleague, Christy Lee. And on our way back to the hotel, I was walking behind because I was making phone calls because I was doing my job, unlike those two, just with their active wear and enjoying the lovely sun of Brisbane.
Jesus.
But every time a bloke walked past, they would turn around. And I said to him after, I said, you know how many people just can constantly walk past you, then look back, have a gaze? And you should have seen her face, like, yeah, I know.
So hang on. Now you're calling my dear friend a big head.
That's exactly what happened at lunch. Everyone's looking at it, they got their glasses on like they're celebrities. You should have seen them.
Hang on.
Shammy, I live the most low-key lifestyle. I go to the gym, I walk my dog, and
Cat.
I go to work. That's all I do.
Can you confirm you live in Bondi? Does Danny have a cat?
Is this a euphemism?
So this is why she should be on the podcast.
Yeah.
She's good. Can we get her on as a regular?
Yeah, we'll wait for you to go off on your Ashes tour. And then we'll,
good.
Yeah. Danica, sorry to interrupt what is the late morning lull after the Today Show. Thank you for joining us, and hopefully one day you are no longer clickbait and Chammy's clickbait, and we can all laugh at him.
Oh, wouldn't that be the day?
I won't be calling my own paparazzi to follow me.
Oh, please.
Shirts off.
Thanks, Danica.
Thanks, D-Base.
Thanks, guys.
Oh, man.
Dear. The face
actually,
of the game.
She's actually one of the best. Like I've known her for a long time, and she should come in and tell her story. But she used to just turn up at she started off at Channel 9, and she'd turn up on the weekends for nothing, sit there and do whatever work was necessary, go out and pick up jobs, go out and interview people, and she just worked her way into the newsroom, and she was really good at everything she did. She's a really good story for. People ask about how you get into journalism and things like that. She worked her ass off, and she's now obviously brilliant at what she does.
How things change, eh? Worked for free. Now she's got an agent driving around in
How jealous
luxury
is this bloke?
cars.
How jealous
You're the one in the cashmere coat.
I'm happy for her.
Cashmere coat.
I'm happy
At
for
least he's
her.
not wearing his real estate get up that he normally wears.
I can't believe he planned a stitch up on me here.
hang on.
I'm the only guy who rings people on this podcast.
Hang on.
It's
Now-
not your thing.
Take us behind the scenes. Did you try and do a reverse stitch up on me?
Yes, because I've got wind of the fact that you were going to somehow bring Danica into this conversation. So I rang her and we tried to get you. But
Look, that's the longest preamble we've done before actually getting to the issues that we're going to talk about
They are the issues.
this episode. We'll get into Dogs and the signing news, Taylan May, what happened with that re-signing by the West Tigers a bit later on as well. Danny had some interesting things to say in his column on the weekend about the expansion teams. But guys, firstly, we're talking to Danica about getting up early, and you get up early, but a 7 a.m. finals launch this week. From a media perspective, why do the NRL, and I know people like out there, there's probably not the topic that's on everyone's lips this week about why you had a finals launch at that hour of the day, but why did they do that?
Well, I'm blaming Danica Mason. It's the Today Show. I think Peter V'landys has got I wouldn't call it an obsession with the Today Show. I'm not calling it. I'm saying, but he's got a strong interest in getting rugby league on national television in the morning. Now, I'm saying that's why it happened at this hour. All the captains were there in the city at Barangaroo super early. I'm talking about if it's 7 a.m. start, like the captains are either flying in the night before, some of them, or having to get up early from wherever they live. And
did Auckland send a representative? The
Mitch
Warriors?
Barnett was there.
Oh, okay, so he's not
injured,
playing.
But he's a co-captain from memory. So, obviously a bit tough for them. And because Peter V'landys sees a real battleground with the AFL in morning television, he is serious about it. And that, from my perspective, that's why this happened at this time, is to get rugby league on there. Now, Danica was there doing interviews live into Today's Show with various, the Stephen Crichtons and Nathan Clearys and Adam Reynolds of the world.
Did Seven do the same thing as
Yep.
well?
They did.
Yep.
I don't know if they went live into their...
No, I'm pretty sure when I was getting the kids ready for school, I saw Adam Reynolds
Great. Well, there you go.
It was live in the Triple M breakfast radio.
Yeah, so he sees an importance in that market. Now, in America, I mean, you'd know better than me, Adam, but it's a huge market, isn't it? The
morning shows.
Morning shows.
Oh, yeah, there's on every CBS, ABC,
Huge.
NBC, the Today Show on NBC has been an institution, but every station and every affiliate across all of America has live morning shows. I don't see how the teams would have been over the moon about it.
No, not with the Journos.
The Journos that stayed, they got free accommodation the night before.
Did they?
Yeah, I saw some people. Yeah, well, they had to put players up.
Yeah.
So the Journos got accommodation.
Did I say Journos or players?
You said Journos.
Oh, sorry, I meant players.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Sorry. That's
well, that would have been a surprise. Yeah, obviously, with players.
Danica would have got a night's accommodation for sure.
Well, hang on.
She lives in Bondi, 20 minutes away.
She doesn't live that far away.
She still would have requested it. I know what she's like.
There's a real bitterness, isn't
there is a real bitterness.
And anger.
I think Chammy wants to be on the Today Show.
Yeah, Chammy wants to wake up.
Carl, if you're listening, I'm better than her.
Getting line power, I reckon Bracey's next cab off that.
Bracey,
Well,
that's
hang on,
another
what
bloke
about
who's out of control at the moment.
Bailey.
I actually rang Bracey yesterday and I said to him, mate, since you've become board member, the confidence and arrogance has gone through the roof. You can see it in his performance on 100% footy.
Michael Chammas accusing someone else of having too much confidence.
Or arrogance.
Do you see it or not?
Mr. Arrogant.
I'm just telling you what I told Bracey. It's not. I'm not making it up.
Oh, so were you giving him like a pep talk? Were you?
Yeah, I rang him. I said, this is like the mid-season crisis talk that you gave me. I gave it to Brace.
Overall, are the clubs happy about doing things like this for the greater good, making sure that their kick-off times for their finals they're out of control of, the NRL has control of those, or do they? Because did Canberra get their way and reschedule the entire finals because we're not having Friday night in week 2?
Yeah.
I mean, where's that push and pull with the NRL and the clubs?
Well, happy may not be the right word about clubs wanting to do things like that.
No.
I reckon if clubs, or especially coaches, had their way, we wouldn't see the players. But do they go into lockdown mode in finals? Well, no, we actually get pretty reasonable access. Like
Okay.
this week, you get better access. You get one-on-ones with players at times. Like clubs are made to put a bunch of players up at the start of the week, and this
by
week,
the NRL.
By the NRL as part of their requirement. And the NRL media department have done a good job in providing us with a fair bit of content. Like during the year, the clubs bend the rules a lot,
Do their own thing.
Yeah, do their own thing to a large degree. But like I don't like saying it, but this week with 8 teams still in and a lot of access, we've almost got too much this week.
Wow.
Because we've got stuff. I've done just say 15 interviews with players, which not all of them are going to get a run, but some of them will get put through, obviously. So yeah, it's at the moment we're getting too much, but I'm not going to complain.
And Chammy, you're a bit different from the day to day.
No, I wasn't there.
No. I'm getting to a point.
I thought you were going to sledge me.
Slow down, Turbo. Very defensive, very easily offended today.
I thought you'd be in a good mood today.
I am excited.
Day-to-day Danny over here does his thing for 9 News. You go to the Bank of Chammy. You open up the branch, the Bank of Chammy. So for the last month, like you did a trip to Brisbane.
Yes.
So you do it a bit differently, and you have to lean on player relationships to go. That wonderful story you did with Payne Haas. Yeah, well done on that. That's fantastic.
Thank you.
It was very good.
But you did that a couple of weeks ago, knowing that week 1 of the finals, this would be a cool thing to roll out, and you can do TV and then do the article. So 2 for 1 deal.
Yeah. And
so, but you have to do it differently.
Yeah, I do. I didn't go to the finals launch on Monday because I was working on the Payne Haas feature and getting it all organised with our editor Rick. Did a great job. Well, shout out to Rick because he's a good man. But the
How generous.
The thing is like
We
have different roles. We've been through this. My role is to try and do the stuff that's a bit different, focus on the news and some of those one-on-ones. And I knew if I could get access to Payne, that would be a great day 1 of the finals story. And given that Payne is notoriously been very private, given what he's been through in his life around his family's run-ins with police and the crimes that they've been accused of committing and jail time, he has been through a lot as a person. And the fact that he opened the doors for us to go in there and share his story and speak to his brothers, his daughter, and his wife Lani, the access they gave us was incredible. So
how do you prise open that door? Do you go in there with, look, mate, I'm going to bring up this, and this. I know it's not comfortable for you, but it's happened in your life. Are you okay with that? Or do you go, I'll come up to a feature, and then on the day you discuss, oh, by the way, I might bring up this?
It started months ago when I wrote that Payne Haas was going to defect to Samoa. And the conversations with his management around, I wanted to do the story. As it got closer to him making the announcement, I said, I'd love to come up, speak to him about what it means to him, why he's doing it, the reasons, which we ran a few weeks ago, but also show people a different side to Payne. It's been a number of years now since he's done a proper sit-down interview about his life. I said, I think that he's misunderstood, and everyone just puts him in the same category with his family because of what they have done. And it was a really powerful quote from him when he said, I can't control what my family do, but that doesn't make me less of a man. And worked on that for a while, told the manager this is what I wanted to do, asked for the brothers to be there. That was relayed to Payne, and they said they were comfortable doing it. So I went up there knowing he was comfortable. They allowed us into their home. We spent 2-3 hours there, and they were all fantastic. And I have so much respect for Payne Haas, the footballer, but the person, given everything he's been through, the chaos, his brother at a young age becoming a ventilated quadriplegic, his passing a few years ago, and to be the person he is looking after his family, it's a miracle he's turned out the way he has.
Well, he's such an impressive guy. He's such an impressive human being. And I mean, he's had a couple little things go wrong in his life for himself, not to do with his own family, but he's come back from those.
And he's owned them.
And he's just actually of all the players in the game, I look at his story and I marvel. I mean, I'm sure there are other players who have had absolutely tough upbringings or tough situations they've got to come through, but his is so public.
Yeah, that's the point. Yeah.
The way he's raising his siblings is just, he's a young man. It's just incredible.
Broncos fans probably want to know, because you want a guy like this at your club for a variety of reasons, for the reasons you've just described, and also his playing ability. Is he a Bronco for life? Do you get the feeling?
I can't see him leaving. Like the way he spoke about his family and being able to provide for them and their happiness in Brisbane, a deal will get done. As long as Brisbane don't stuff it up, a deal will get done. So, he wants to win a premiership. They're close to winning a premiership. They should win a premiership in the next few years. So
what's the money for Payne, Chammy? What's the money? What do you reckon?
Well, if he wants to win a premiership, this is where he's got to be smart. Could he go to the open market and get 1.5? Yeah, he probably could.
More.
But if he wants to win a comp, he needs the pieces around him to do that, which means he can't take up such a large chunk of the salary cap. So if he gets 1.2 million, I think that's fair.
But on that, there are no other players that can then change the shape. As a forward, as a middle forward, there are no other players on the salary cap register that can change the shape of how you pick your 14, 15, 16, 17, because he's an 80-minute middle. Like
which is why I reckon 1.2 is fair.
One or two others that may be able to do it.
Yeah.
But no one like him.
You want to keep Reece Walsh.
Yeah.
You want to re-sign Katoni Staggs. You want to keep Ezra Mann. Like, at the end of the day, he needs the other pieces around him as well. I'm not saying he should take unders 900,000 and stay and win a comp, but 1.2 million makes him the highest paid front row forward in the game. Danny, is that right? I don't think there's anyone higher than that as a forward. Your premium players are your halves, and your fullbacks getting 1.3 to 1.4. No one's more than that. If he gets 1.2 right now under the current salary cap with a ratchet clause, that he gets that percentage going forward, whatever the cap may be, well, he'll earn 1.5, 1.6 by the end of the next broadcast deal.
Different kind of story with the background of the player, but similar kind of theme off the back of how much Payne Haas is worth. Taylan May went back and forth with the West Tigers about how much he believes he's worth and got what he wanted in the end.
I think he went back and forth with Michael Chammas.
His agent. Did you cop the 5%, did you?
I felt like you put a story out saying he's rejecting the offer.
Yeah.
And then, 10 minutes later...
10 minutes later.
He gets a new deal.
Yeah.
How powerful are you, Jamie?
Don't.
Sorry.
I'm copping it from Tigers. I put the story up at about midday yesterday that Taylan May had rejected, which is true, the 3-year offer that the club had put forward. He told them, I want a 2-year deal and more money. The 3-year deal was worth 1.5 million. Over the next 3 or 4 hours, Shane Richardson's on the phone or in emails to the manager, and they want to get a deal done. So, by 6 o'clock...
So do you reckon Richo's reacted to what you've done publicly?
He doesn't.
Well, I spoke...
listen to what he says.
I spoke to the relevant people, and my mail was there wasn't an offer of 2 years until an hour after the story came out. Whether they were planning on giving it, I don't know.
Yeah.
So why do you want the 2 years? To to heighten his value in these 2 years
Well, I think
to
he's
then
backing
go
himself.
the next one.
Yeah, because I think right now he understands the element of risk, and the Tigers have taken that. Is he worth top dollar yet? No, but he's a very good player. He's got potential Origin written on him if he gets his head right and he plays to his potential. He's a future Origin player.
I've been saying that for a while, that he's Origin quality.
Yeah,
just a matter of whether he can keep it all together.
So
what, 625 a year, is that right?
Yeah, I heard it's 6 to 625.
Okay.
It's 1.2 to 1.25 mil.
The top centre in the game, just say, like Stephen Crichton, for instance.
He's on 850.
Maybe more now.
Well, that was when he signed. Yeah,
Okay.
so there'll be a ratchet.
Yeah, so that's probably about right for Taylan May at the moment, because he's got potential to get better.
And the 2 years is interesting for me. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that puts him off contract with Taylan May at the same time.
Okay.
Which will probably be problematic
Package
for the
deal
Tigers.
kings.
Well, they might love it there. Doesn't have to be problematic.
No, but the thing is, and this is what we've seen in the past, and it's different. When you have players who were with the same agent, and the boys aren't, the May brothers have different agents, but when you have that situation, you don't want to piss off the agent because you don't want to lose the best player by pissing off the one that you're not too fussed about losing.
Mate, but they're both very good.
They're both very good, but it also gives them the leverage of, let's say, hypothetically, one doesn't kick on the way that they'd hoped. Well, they can at least then turn around and say, well, if you want to keep him, you got to do more to keep him. But I don't think it's going to be an issue, because at the moment there's conversations about upgrading Taylan May and extending his deal for a long time. And I think that'll happen before Taylan comes off contract.
Canterbury Bankstown Bulldogs. So obviously a lot of eyes on how they go in this final series. And it's, if they go bounce, backdoor, why did you sign Galvin? This, that, now that'll flame up again. That'll be
it hasn't stopped.
Little bit of petroleum on the burning embers of that story. But Gus re-signed till 2031. Seraldo re-signed till 2031. I'll get to Chammy in a moment, because it means it's a few more years of fun with Gus for him.
Hang on, did he sign with 9 for 2031 or with the Bulldogs?
Bulldogs.
Okay.
How did this come about, and what was the lead up to this, the background to this?
Well, it's been going on for a while. Michael, you know that. It's been going on for quite a while, the talks, and they want stability. And there is no greater statement of stability for that club than to say that obviously their head of football, general manager, is staying for a long time. Their coach, who's considered the rising star in the coaching scene, is staying for a long time. And obviously their captain as well. And that's pretty much done. So that is a great show of strength from the top. Their chairman, Adam Drusi, was obviously heavily involved in doing at least the big two, off-field figures. I don't know if he did the Crichton thing as much, but
I think you went to the dinner with him, yeah.
Yeah, so there you go. So the three of them, and then don't forget Jacob Kiraz till the end of 2028. Who's considered, like, you speak to Bulldogs players and they say he's been their best player this year. So, and Kiraz would have been an absolute target for a lot of clubs. He's a brilliant player. So it's a unity statement, it's a strength statement, it's a future statement, it's smart management by the Bulldogs. It's going to not please everybody, particularly the Gus signing, because he's a lightning rod for hate. I think poor old Buzz will be, I don't know how he'll handle Gus being in the job for another.
Who lasts longer, Buzz or Gus?
Oh, but I think they both go out together. I think the Buzz will be cheering about this.
Well, it gives him a reason to live, doesn't it? A reason to keep keep giving.
Maybe not to that extent. I'm sure his children have a factor in that, but yeah, he's
a reason to keep reporting.
Keep reporting. Yes.
Yeah, I'm sure Gus would have been delighted the fact that Buzz reported the story about Crichton's extension as well on Saturday or Sunday. So that would have delighted Buzz.
There's supposed to be a big announcement at their presentation night. So
okay,
but look, I think it's a show of strength by the Bulldogs. And have they got everything right this year? They've got a lot right,
So what is like the role of Gus? Obviously, 4 years ago, it was pretty clearly defined. Get this first grade team in shape. Now they've done all the right moves since, recruiting well, got the right coach. The evolution of the Bulldogs, does Gus now take a step back from the front of house stuff, and it's more about that production line and getting that along the lines of what was set up at Penrith all those years ago? Yeah,
well, he doesn't have to worry about the things that he did when he started, because Seraldo's got the program set up and ready to go. But it's a no-brainer that you keep him there. Like that stability, the power you've got, the influence. And you got to remember his influence on not just the football program, but the bottom line at the football club. the amount of stuff, the appeal he'll have to sponsors and corporates and whatever his role will be, there is so much value in having Gus at that football club. The other value in having Gus at the football club is he takes the bullets for Cameron Ciraldo. Because there is a target on Gus's back, when there is criticism of the Bulldogs, naturally the criticism is aimed at Gus. And he's happy to wear the bullets because it keeps Ciraldo away from the firing line. And if you look at this situation around, you mentioned with Galvin and the team and Marnie and Sexton, who's copping the bullets for it?
Gus.
It's Gus. At the end of the day, mate.
Who's making those calls?
Well, mate, these are Ciro's calls.
Cameron Ciraldo.
Ciraldo wanted Galvin. He wanted him immediately. Ciraldo is the one who didn't think Sexton was up to it.
We should get it really
Ciraldo's
clear.
the one who didn't want Reid Marnie to extend and decided to let him talk early. Like, Gus is obviously the figurehead, but having him at the club, and you're not paying someone almost $1 million to be bodyguard, but he is. He provides protection for Cameron Ciraldo.
He's not a yes man, but ultimately, Cameron Ciraldo wants something. Cameron Ciraldo gets it.
Yeah.
On that point about Galvin, this is Stephen Crichton about Lachie Galvin to Danny earlier this week.
Comfort is the biggest thing, and just keeping him in the loop, try and speak to him probably every day, see how he's going. And it's never going to be easy when you're copying that much, especially at a young age.
What do you actually say to him?
You can't hide away from it. I feel like you just have to take it on. Just keep talking to him about how he can make his game better and keeping his circle small. His parents, his family, our coaching staff, the people in our four walls, that's the words that mean the most. And if it doesn't come from them, then the outside noise doesn't matter. And I feel like he's learning that right now.
They see what we can never see, those players. I can see just as a casual observer that the guy has untapped talent with the ball in his hands and will get better. Problem is now. The problem is this Friday night. The problem is the week after, whoever they play, and the noise around that.
Well, there's a concession there from Stephen Crichton that there is a lot of that Lachie Galvin knows the pressure on him. That the noise that they talk about, we block out the noise. Well, they hear the noise, right? So there's no way of avoiding the noise. So Stephen Crichton's obviously taken Lachie Galvin under his wing and saying to him, look, let's get through this, and let's manage it the best we can because the noise is there. We can't do a lot about it other than win. That's the ultimate shush to the critics, isn't it? When he throws a pass to win a game and that sort of thing. There's the maturity of Stephen Crichton, that shows why they've made him captain and also investing heavily in his future. He talks about Lachie Galvin being a kid or a young guy. Stephen Crichton's 24, I think.
Yeah.
It is staggering, his level of maturity and his leadership. If he's not going to be a New South Wales captain in the future, I think it's wrong. I really think he's got to one day be the leader of New South Wales because whether it's now, whether it's in 3 years' time, at some point, Stephen Crichton needs to be the state leader because I think he ticks every box in terms of being a captain of the state.
No, he's super impressive. Like what a signing it's been. He's been worth every cent that they've paid for him. And the things that he's saying to Lachie Galvin are exactly the things he should be doing. My counter to you though, Danny, is when he talks about the noise and the outside noise, only more worrying about the four walls and the people inside them. Well, one of those people inside them is Phil Gould.
Yep.
And the reason there's so much noise and pressure on him is because of the comments that he made in relation to him being the best 18-year-old he's ever seen.
Yep. Yeah.
You don't think Lachie Galvin would know that, the pressure of that, signing with his club, coming to his club on the reputation that you're the best 18-year-old he's ever seen. And also the opinion of your coach who's brought you over mid-season to replace the halfback who had you at first position. Now, I'm not saying it's the wrong call, but that also adds the pressure.
Of course, yeah.
That's the situation. So
there's internal pressure and external pressure.
There is, but the internal pressure, the external pressure is so intense because of the movements and actions of the people inside that building.
Have you seen anything like it, Chammy? I mean, in terms of a focus on a 20-year-old kid?
Yeah, but that's because of what happened.
I'm not asking you, have you seen? I'm not saying.
I think.
I'm just trying to recall, like, if there's been other.
I think with Sawali when he came over to the Roosters from South Sydney, it was big, but it wasn't big as this.
I reckon Anthony Milford. I know it was out of Sydney, but he went from Canberra to Brisbane. Mm-hmm. That was big, and it was like, whoa, you paid that much for this kid, and
there's a lot of pressure on Sonny as a kid, but not
not for the not as much as this. I don't think.
Yeah, but it's because of, as I've said 1,000 times on this podcast, it's because of the circus that was created.
Yeah.
It's because of the bad taste in people's mouths. It's because of the Tigers fans filthy what happened. Because of the public manner in which this done, the public's feelings towards his agent, the manner in which they left the Tigers, and what he did to the Bulldogs. That is part and parcel of it, which is why it should never have.
The rugby league soap opera. That's what it was.
It shouldn't have happened the way it did, Danny.
Yeah.
It should have. It was in everyone's best interest to play out the season and then do it the next year.
Interesting looking at this final series. It's recency bias.
Footy, are we?
No, just in a general sense, we talk about who's lined themselves up for a crack at a premiership. There are 5 teams that could legitimately walk away and say, we feel like we've failed this year because there's a premiership in offer. I would say 6 of the 8 in the finals would legitimately say we've left one out there.
Who you?
Roosters, because they're building.
Yep.
So maybe their time is around the corner, but that's not to say they can get on a
say
heater.
To them that they
exactly.
They think they can win.
They can win, the Roosters.
And at the moment, the Warriors with their and that's purely down to person. If they had their whole team humming, they would be in this conversation. So Sharks, to maybe the least extent of the 6, would feel like they've set themselves up for a crack at the premiership. They felt sure, and certainly the others, like Canberra, have come out of nowhere, but now they put themselves in this situation. It feels like, if we don't. So it's, and you always talk about teams putting themselves in the frame on a financial setting with the salary cap. And Danny, you get the sense at these clubs about what they're trying to build internally and talking to types behind the scenes. It feels like it's like there's a lot of teams set up to walk away going, man, we left something out there this year.
It's wide open.
I reckon 6 teams can win it.
That's what I just said.
No, he said the opposite. You said there are 5 teams who think that if they don't win it, they've missed an opportunity.
Yeah, which means one wins it. 5 + 1 equals what, Michael?
Yeah, I'm saying it's a completely different. It's a completely different argument. It's a completely
We're both
different
saying
argument.
that 6.
No, you're
can
saying
win it.
6 will be upset, right?
No, I don't.
I'm saying
I didn't say that.
6 can win it.
Yeah.
I said 6 can win it. 5 will be upset that they didn't because 1. Unless we're not going to hand out a trophy and just all walk away.
Yeah.
Listen to Teddy Swims and go, that was a good night. Thanks very much. No one wins the game.
Teddy Swims, it's a good segue.
Yeah, thanks.
Anyway, what I was trying to say is, I don't know what I was trying to say. You ruined it for me. I'm over your attitude today. You're in the James Bracey category. Your arrogance is out of control.
We're off to a break. Back in a sec. Danny, your article on the weekend.
Yep.
Geez, it's like some dark clouds over expansion all of a sudden after reading that. I felt deflated. PNG and Perth.
So you're looking forward to PNG?
I am actually.
I've got doubts.
I'm with you. If there wasn't that money from the government, this doesn't happen. So your initial political. Your reasoning for being is off kilter with what you do usually to bring in a rugby league team.
Yeah.
However, I'd love to see, and talking to Jason Dimitri about this, about the talent that they've got over there, about cultivating that, and does it open up a whole new world? That's the opportunity, but you've got a few misgivings about how things are going off field at the moment.
The clubs have been bought, haven't they? Like they're all getting $4 million as a gift as part of the whole.
So they've already got that money.
So far, government money is going to be distributed to the clubs. So far, each of the clubs. I don't think the Bears get it. Each of the clubs have got $1.75 million taxpayers' money. Right,
it's an extraordinary deal.
It's great for the clubs. They're spending it. They're going, yep, we're going to spend. What happens if, isn't this deal off if something bad happens with China?
I don't know.
That's what one of the riders is. What happens if all of a sudden they find something out about China and PNG, and rugby league's supposed to be saving PNG from China? What happens if that gets exposed? Is the team out? Is the deal off? Do they have to pay money back? Taxpayer money, your money, Chammy's money, my money. Like it doesn't sit well with people. It doesn't sit well. And you speak to the NRL and they say, "Oh, everything's fine." Well, they haven't got a CEO there. I get mixed reports about infrastructure there, and it doesn't feel like it's going to happen on time. I could be wrong. But I've got an issue with the clubs getting this money up front. Why do they get the money now? Give it to them as a bonus when the team comes in, if it comes in.
Because the government's given it to them now. That's the deal. That's the good deal the NRL did. I'm completely in agreement with you. It's an absolute basket case right now. Are
you hearing stuff there?
Oh, it is looking really bad for PNG and Perth. To be fair, they are not on time. The NRL, they still haven't even signed off on the Australian government providing tax-free incentives to the NRL players. That's not even signed off on yet.
I put that. I put that'll happen. I put that to the NRL. They're saying it'll happen if it hasn't already happened, right? But where there is, and the players are also being told, or players will be told that this is a bit technical, but their properties back home will not be then regarded as investment. You have to, if you have to leave your home and you haven't had it for a year, just say it'll be regarded as an investment property, and you have to pay tax. They're going to get a clearance on that as well. That's something they're working on. So there's a lot of stuff that the NRL's trying to make right, but like you say, there's a lot of balls in the air at the moment, and I don't know where they're landing.
But I've also said that on this pod about the resources and the NRL having to invest in resources, because at the moment the handbrake is on for the clubs. The handbrake is on for the PNG franchise and the Perth franchise, because the NRL has to do everything. The NRL wants control on everything, and that's causing massive tension at the moment. Andrew Webster wrote on the weekend in The Australian about Mal Meninga potentially looking at walking away because of all the boxes you have to tick with the NRL wanting a say in everything. Now, I know the NRL want to make sure that the clubs get it right and they don't stuff it up and they're not wasting their own money. But at the end of the day, they have to hand over the control.
Take the training wheels off.
Yeah, they do. And if they stuff up, well, that's it. Like any other club, if they stuff up, they stuff up.
With all due respect, Chammy, what do the NRL know about running a club?
Well, to be fair,
what do they know about running a club? But they're not running. That's not their job.
But are there people inside the NRL that have worked in clubland?
Yeah, there are. But
if let's just look at Perth, and I'm not having a crack at them, but Anthony DeSegle's never run a football club. He's the new CEO there. Mm-hmm. And Mal Meninga hasn't been an NRL coach
since 2000
and what? It's more than 2 decades. So at the moment, they're the two figureheads of that club. So I get that they need to have a bit of involvement, but at some point, you need to hand over control. And I'm talking about PNG. And at the moment, they haven't got anywhere for them to stay. The players, they got to sign players in 18 months, not even. 14 months.
We did a story this morning saying they've just got a new recruitment guy, Dane Campbell.
At Perth,
Perth. Yep, they've just got him. And they've also got Ian Millwood, who's going to be their head of pathways. Now, I know a little bit about Ian Millwood. He's been around for a long time. I don't know much about Dane Campbell. You probably would know more about his background.
He was at the Cowboys. Did a really good job there at the Cowboys. Went to Brisbane recently for a
couple of months, right? Or,
yeah. Because they brought Clint Zammit back to the Cowboys to take over from Dane. So
it's a big. Is he up to the job of building a club?
Well,
I don't know the guy. We've got to get to know this guy.
Everyone speaks very highly. He's a good person. He's good at his job, and we know what unfolded with Ezra Howe in this situation around the Gold Coast Titans, and that's probably another thing the NRL are thinking, oh, well, if we give you control, look what you almost did at the Bears. You almost signed a guy who's allegedly forged a letter of offer to the Gold Coast Titans, taking IP off them. These are the allegations, emailing things to himself. So the NRL are probably thinking, okay, well, imagine we did give you complete control. We'd be in a situation where the governing body own a team.
Yeah.
But that's why they probably shouldn't own the team.
That's right.
That's why they should probably set it up now and sell it, but they don't want to.
I think they have to.
Because they're going to be accused of so many things over the years. Let's be fair, Dinkum. People are talking to players before November 1.
Of course they are.
Yeah.
So what's going to happen when a club finds out that Mal Meninga or Dane Campbell are putting feelers out about a certain player, and they're going to go to the NRL and say, it's your club, you're doing this. Where at the moment it's accepted that all the clubs do it. But when it's the NRL responsible for it,
people can come down hard.
Hard. They need to sell it.
Do you guys remember the movie Pulp Fiction?
Yeah, I love that movie.
Yeah?
I know of it.
Please tell me you haven't seen it.
I know of it. Isn't it that like drug movie or something?
The NRL, it sounds like the NRL need Winston Wolfe.
Yeah, Mr. Fix It.
Mr. Fix
It.
To come in and just go, listen, you shut up. I'll fix this.
Yeah.
Okay?
But who is that?
I don't know.
I mean,
well, that's what Richo did at the Tigers. That kind of figure.
Very few people capable of doing that. One of them's just re-signed with the Bulldogs till God knows when, until 2031. He could have built a club. Richo, maybe he's at the Tigers.
Yeah, but like that kind of figure.
That figure, they need that sort of.
There aren't many out there, no.
No, and that's what worries me.
Maybe they just go and get Harvey Keitel, get him to play the role.
That's over Chammy's head.
Yep. Do yourself a favour. I'm telling you, mate. Watch that movie.
One of the greats, Chammy.
Harvey Specter. No, wrong movie.
Suits.
Okay.
Yeah, close.
Michael Checker met with Blake Green, according to Triple M Breakfast. They were spotted.
Who's names? Did Woodsy go with it?
One of them. Yeah.
One of them?
I don't know. I didn't listen.
Well, if we're going to bag someone or give someone credit, we didn't
no,
know
I'm
who
not
it is.
bagging someone. I accredited it to a Triple M Breakfast in Sydney.
We
One of them.
last week, didn't we? He was giving a spray.
Could that work? Because let's face it, if Michael Checker went in and became a head coach, which I would love to see, and for you guys as well, because he gives so much in terms of quotability and everything around the game. But let's face it, he would be on a hiding to nothing in terms of the court of public opinion. Stick to rugby union would be the common theme, especially when he loses a game.
Yeah.
However, could this work? A joint effort, Michael Checker assisting or overseeing, and then Blake Green being the coach or something around that. Are they going to think outside the square, Newcastle Knights?
I don't think Michael Checker will be the head coach of the Knights, no. And everyone that you talk in regards to the Lebanon camp, and super impressive, highly intelligent, a great manager. So he'd be a good coach. I don't think Newcastle are going to take that gamble though.
Holbrook.
But I was chasing last week. I got tipped that Blake Green wanted Checker to be his assistant or a mentor in some sort of role. I wasn't able to stand it up. So I haven't written it, but then obviously Woodsy's become a journo overnight and has gone with it today.
It could have been Bo.
I'm just going to go with
Bo
Woodsy
Ryan.
because you wouldn't give me names. So I think it'd be great. Now Blake Green's got the support.
Could have been DJ Yeller.
Could have been, yeah.
Sorry, carry on.
No, that's all right. Oh, DJ Yeller. What'd you call him? DJ Ella. I thought it was like, who's Ella?
I thought that's what. Yeah,
What did you say it again?
Yeller.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not too bad.
Don't worry. I have been west of St Ives.
Yeller is not really kind of how we say it. It's Yeller.
Okay.
Okay. Good.
Okay.
So, what were we talking about?
I don't know.
Justin Holbrook?
Yeah.
I think is the favourite.
Yeah, I think he's the favourite. I think that interesting thing, Chammy, if Holbrook gets the gig, will Blake Green stick around? I don't see why he would. I don't see why. Why would Blake Green? He was touted as the bloke who should take over.
But Blake Green's not the guy. Like, Blake Green isn't where Jason Riles was or Cameron Serraldo was or Craig Fitzgibbon was, where he was the next in line. If it was a job at any other club, his name wouldn't be mentioned. The reason his name wouldn't be mentioned. Okay. Come on, Danny.
He's got good credentials.
I'm not saying he won't get there, but he's not there yet. The only reason he's there yet because he's the incumbent at Newcastle. The players love him.
So then does he stay behind Justin Holbrook for 3 years?
Maybe. I don't think Brian McDermott stays. I think Brian McDermott's he's going to be one of the, from what I gather, he's going to be getting an interview, and there's people there who have a high opinion of him. But Blake's still learning. Blake will be a head coach one day, and everyone speaks very highly of him. But he's only been doing it for a couple of years.
Yeah.
Hey, the Knights obviously have their own issues at multiple levels. Are they listening at all to the commentary provided by the Johns brothers? So Andrew has written about it a lot and spoken about it. Matthew obviously has his feelings of the matter, but it feels like those two are just keeping their distance because they're not hands-on with the club, and whether or not they get involved hands-on remains to be seen.
Well, I think they'd be silly not to listen to them. I mean, if there are two blokes who have a right to a view on what Newcastle should do, it's those boys, right? They did so much for that club, and they've got great rugby league knowledge. And Andrew was involved with them for a little while there, wasn't he? Doing some assistant coaching, and I don't know what happened there. You know, in a perfect world, I reckon they'd like one of them to coach them, but neither of them are going to give up their very lucrative media careers to throw themselves under that bus and age 20 years for good reason, whereas they can just sit there and give advice to everybody. Yeah. But yeah, their opinions who should be listened to, that's for sure.
I don't think they've got a direct relationship with the guys on that, you know, Pari or Chris James or the board members. But I'd be surprised if Michael Hagan isn't picking their brain. Like, he would know them very, very well.
Yeah, so Hagues has come back on board with Newcastle.
He's part of the five-man committee to pick the coach. So I imagine as part of that, he'd be picking their brains.
Like that?
No, I'm just amazed that I'm talking about the coach, obviously, but their big issue is developing their juniors, keeping them, and then putting them into their first grade side. So why wouldn't you get those guys on some kind of working group to say, okay, this is who we are, this is what we want to be, this is how we're going to develop, and we're going to do it all the way up the north coast of New South Wales, but get those guys to set.
The Johns brothers.
Like Penrith did all those years ago, and Ivan said, I want my first grade players to look like this, And then the people who know how to put it all together, put the pieces together, and through they came. And they develop players that way. Like, I just don't understand how you can have that much footy IQ and just leave it for them to write articles about your club, about suggestions of how you should do it.
They've got to want to do it, though. And
True.
Yeah, they've got to want to do it, and they've got to want to.
And Joey said he doesn't want to.
It's a big job.
Would Matty?
Potentially, yeah.
Have you spoken to him about it? Like,
no, I haven't asked him directly about it.
All I'm saying is, if I'm Newcastle, I'm falling over myself to try and get them involved somehow.
Knowledge, yeah.
As a like the 1 day a fortnight consultant where you can lean on them for advice on, if we were going to do this, how do you reckon that'd play out?
Well, I know that I think Matty makes a lot of jokes about the fact that wherever he turns, there's Newcastle players at another club, and that obviously, by joking about it, obviously gives him the shits.
I bet you the fans aren't joking about it.
But,
Don't even get to that stage yet.
He's annoyed by it, that you're seeing good players who once played for Newcastle or came through their juniors excelling elsewhere.
It just doesn't make sense.
Yeah. Well, I can understand why. Like, look at Matty and his career and what he's doing in media. Like, it'd be hard to walk away from that lifestyle to get into the stress of being part and responsible for.
Oh, he's got a great lifestyle.
Yeah.
He does a few podcasts, has a laugh with his family.
Yeah.
Sits on a set with Fletch and High. That's a good way to live your life.
Yeah.
Without that is stressful. Like to be as good as he is in his position and have his humour and be on sharp in a lot of areas, he's got to be very switched on. But
he controls his own life. Whereas his hands are in the people,
and he doesn't have to deal with
others if he goes
like
and takes a serious role.
criticising him. If it all goes wrong, look what some of the coaches, they just look so stressed out, don't they? Like poor old Adam O'Brien by the end, and Flano looks so stressed out.
How do you reckon Adam O'Brien was when he woke up on Monday?
Happy.
And he opened the curtains and went, "Oh my goodness!"
So he looked in his bank balance, said, "Thank you, Isaac. It's a good settlement." And maybe went and did something he enjoyed doing.
Go and enjoy your summer, Adam. Go and enjoy your summer.
Yep.
I like Adam. He's a good guy.
Unlike Laurie Daley, who's decided after he gets off air with Big Sports Breakfast, he's just going to roll down the hill from French's Forest down to Brookvale Oval and help out Siebes. How about that yarn? That came from nowhere.
Michael Carianis had it yesterday in the Telegraph.
Story.
Yeah, it was a good story.
Cariani.
Cariani, is that how you say it? Yeah, he's good. He can fix me up.
Yeah, listen to me telling you how to say things.
It's good.
It's a bit of an odd one. Like, does Anthony Seibold need a mentor?
Is he a mentor, Loz?
Well, that's what it's going to be. It's not assistant coach. It'll be how Craig Bellamy was with the Blues.
Yeah.
It was Laurie's mentor. Now Laurie can be Anthony's mentor.
So Siebes is going to get the messages of Bellamy through Laurie.
Like,
the mentor to the mentor.
Is that like some sort of... But I mean...
Losmosis. I like it.
There's your headline, Chammy.
Losmosis. It's good.
But I mean, does Anthony Seibold's not a fresh coach? Like, he's not someone who just suddenly appeared. Does he need a mentor? I mean, I don't...
He felt like he looked like he needed a mentor in those last 20 when they kept on plucking offloads against the Warriors when they were hanging on to a lead last Friday.
That's not disrespecting Laurie. Like, Laurie's been there and done that.
But not really as an NRL coach, though.
No, that's what I'm saying. Does he need a mentor? Like, Laurie is a great person to have around your club and knows footy, but I think Anthony Seibold should be at the stage of his career where he doesn't need that person necessarily. Does he?
Time will tell.
That's not a very incisive statement.
Well, I don't know much about the story.
That's the story.
I don't know what his role is going to be.
Story. Laurie had one conversation with Manly last week.
Yep.
The story leaked out yesterday.
Yep.
That he's going to be an assistant.
Yep.
Laurie's having another conversation, most likely today. He might be face-to-face with Manly.
Yep.
And just to see where it's at. Now, he's got commitments with the TAB.
Yep.
Through his breakfast show. He's got Blues coaching commitments.
Yeah.
He'd have to get that all signed off to become Anthony Seibold.
So is it a role that's going to have any significance whatsoever, or is it just
is
it a box ticking thing for Manly to make it look like they're doing something? That's what I'm asking.
Why do they need to do that?
I don't know.
What they do need
because obviously he's not working at the moment, and they're losing Michael Ennis. He's going to
He was their succession plan.
Yeah. Well, so I'm asking you, what is the role going to be? If it's a box ticking exercise, or is it a fair income? He's in there a few days a week.
Well, can Laurie do that?
I don't know.
He's got Blues commitments. He's got.
Work at 9 a.m.
Which is why I just said to you, we'll find out. I don't know what the role is. Let's find out what the role is.
Time will tell.
Time will tell.
They've got a lot of players to replace. Manly released a lot. Couple of medical retirements. There's whispers around that Lachlan Croker's going to get a medical retirement as well. Is that the word? Where's that at?
I think they're in the process of looking at that at the moment. So
Josh Alloway as well.
Yep. Yeah.
O'Shea Ole.
O'Shea.
One of the greats.
O'Shea Ole Award. My favourite award that I have in my end of
unreal.
season.
That's unreal.
Speaking of
Awards.
which, you nicked headline. You repurposed headlines from this rundown last
did.
week to put it
Hang
in
on,
your
did you?
paper.
I did, yeah, I
What did you name
Did you
your
credit
end of
anybody?
season's awards?
Well, because
Hang on, did you credit anybody?
last week, producer
not.
Sam had the headline. What do you have? The Gouda, the Bags, and the Radley.
Yeah.
What'd you do?
I went the Chord, the Bat, and the Ugly. Because the Chord and the Bat from, the baseball bat in Vegas. It was my
That's
end of
okay.
season awards headline.
Yeah.
I haven't. I need to read it. Sorry, Chammas.
Nah, don't waste your time.
Oh. If I want to read it, I
No,
will.
read it. It was really good. It was really good. No, I spent, a bit of fun. Different award. The O'Shea Ole Award for the Regret What You Said moment of the year. That was Adam O'Brien for bagging the Knights fans.
Fair enough too.
Yeah.
What else did we have? We had the Week Gutted, the Ricky Stewart Award for the Week Gutted Dog moment of the year.
Oh, you're hanging on to that one from a couple of years ago.
Yeah, every year just continues on. This year was Spencer Leniu, the Queensland team not kicking to Spencer Leniu. That was the Week Gutted Dog moment of the year.
Turned out
Fair?
all right for him in the end.
Fair?
Fair.
I need
Fair.
to.
We're, so well,
He's got to refresh his memory because he doesn't remember what he wrote.
Yeah, I'm trying. I'm getting my phone out. The Jeff Tuvey Award for the needs to be investigation moment of the year. I think the Knights and Dylan Brown, the $10 million, 10-year, $13 million deal.
14, if you believe some people.
So, there were a few there.
What was the strangest story to cover in 2025? Have we mentioned it on this podcast?
The Chord.
The strangest.
Yeah, that was bizarre.
Unusual.
Bizarre for me. Sitting there talking and explaining to people the origins of a Chord, that was pretty good. I don't think you could go past that from me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm happy to go with that.
Yeah.
I haven't thought about it, to be honest.
Here we go. I got the awards up right here.
I mean, the Galvin one was pretty
But yeah,
weird.
Well, that's
We talked
That
about
was I gave Galvin the Gordon Tallis Award for the player who most wanted out of their club.
Oh, I thought that was I hate Michael Chammas. kind of
That's
theme.
also Galvin.
I reckon Isaac's got that covered.
or Gus.
Gus. I gave Gus an award.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
what for?
I gave him an award for what was the title of it? I gave him the
Best on-air chemistry?
the Anthony Mundine Award for the most controversial quote of the year.
What was that?
Never met Lachlan Galvin. Yes. Originally we did a video with him walking up on stage with his head on Will Smith, slapping me across the face. But
Now that would have been good.
they took it out. They were scared.
Oh,
They want to upset the great man.
come on, man.
I said leave it in there.
Come
Might
on.
get on 100% footy on Monday.
Yeah.
Can't damage that relationship any further.
I think we're done, gents.
good.
Enjoy your
Good chat.
finals.
Thank you.
Enjoy your finals.
I'm going to Melbourne. I'm going to enjoy that. Go
You
the
what?
doggies.
What for?
Watch the doggies play.
You don't go to games.
I'm
do you?
covering the game. The Herald has sent me to Melbourne.
What for?
Hang on.
Covering a
you
game.
buried the lead.
I only come out for the big stuff.
How many games you watched last week?
I watched. No.
Everyone was rested,
There were
including him.
There were no EPL games, so no games of any sport.
You are seriously going to a game to report on a
covering
game?
Mate, I can't. I'm like a
Go last copy.
mate. I'm there in case something goes down. If they lose, then I can write how Gus ruined their season.
On that note,
See you guys.
See yous.